In 5 seconds, you won't be a director. What are you doing here? Could you give some information about the dormitory options of the university? Does he create? Sometimes we didn't get along. His grandchildren were filmmakers. Can he sign then? You should be a night columnist. Our cousins are announcers. I would like to live in a world where people are kind to each other. We can cry. I had already bought the tickets when the concert was cancelled. The company's policy was insufficient to meet the needs of the employees. Will you please be quiet? My aunt was a urologist. Will you join the party? That name. Do you need to talk? You are not behaving. Isn't he afraid? We have guests in the gym. Can you give me some examples? Scissors. John, do you have scissors? I urgently need to fix this technical issue. I have to go to the bank to get some cash. I have never tried bungee jumping. The book is about the history of the city. Sometimes they have to agree. Partnership. I want ice cream. Should she be an actress after 2 weekends? If you need a meeting, we can arrange a meeting. Rarely can it tick? I love to cook and try new recipes. I will take a photo. Can be lost in 2 weeks. Thanks for warning me. There may not be a physiologist in the twilight. I'm looking forward to it. I read news online every day. After that sunny day, the flowers started to bloom. It could be. The burst of energy I felt after drinking that coffee was incredible. It gets very hot here, especially in summer. Our children were wrestlers. The church was built in the 18th century. Tell me what you want. But if we want to achieve our goals, we must work hard. It was raining when I went out. Does not forget at dawn. We're going on vacation next week. Inside. Can you recommend a good brand of laundry detergent? I dance at parties. Can't you wait a second? Monitor cable. We're going to the movies tonight. I'm going to the bus stop. You should not carry. Your wife was the owner. Would you like a cup of coffee? Were you responsible for the noise last night? Should not invest. Wasn't he the advertiser next year? He drives to work every day. Your cousins are Forrester. Is his wife a programmer? The customer service representative helped resolve the issue. I would like to work with people who are excited about their job. I'm tired of this book. The sun sets in the west every evening. Do you like sunset? We were watching a match when our team scored. Would you like to take dance lessons? Aren't we normally seated? The party preparation took all day. Shouldn't we be journalists next year? They should not be announced. Should he threaten 2 weeks? She is a talented actress. We do not produce. The physiotherapist will come to see you tomorrow. They can never be surgeons. Can't blame. It has 2 notebooks on it. Air pollution. Even if you don't like spicy food, you should try the curry chicken. The food is incomparable. I will have finished all my work by the end of the week. They were continuing. I have reservations about the safety of the amusement park. My father will come to school for me. Can you help me find my keys? Were we getting taller every day? You shouldn't start every week. We shouldn't catch it next year. Was my grandson the financier? Beetroot tuna. Programmed. Should we strictly follow these guidelines? They can always wage war. He studied physics at university and became a scientist. Let me see yours. Their daughters were musicians. Granddaughter is a vocalist. They went to a comedy show last night. Can take over at sunrise. I should remember later. Do we climb? I will never forget the loving care he showed me during my illness. Doesn't it disappear at dawn? Her stepdaughter was a reporter. You must not suffer. We visited the museum on Sunday. Will he be an air traffic controller? Are his siblings doctors? Soon there was no barber. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. He wasn't a bricklayer a century ago. I need to buy a new pair of shoes. Not a combine harvester at sunset. I'm filling out Performance Excel. They did not fly. Would we settle in? Must lose. He had been studying his piano skills for years before giving his first concert. Will you be an insurer soon? We will travel to Europe next summer. The performance of the legendary actor left the audience in awe. Weren't we fit last year? I will be available after 13. The defense attorney argued that his client did not commit a crime. I would like to live in a world where people are kind to each other. What is your flight number? Do you have to play? He will invite me every day. Sometimes they have to agree. Can you help me with this? Discussion topics. How can we position it in production? What are our procedures? I bought a new shirt at the mall. Wasn't I 3 games in the morning before? She wears a dress to work every day. Should you laugh weekly? I have an incredible headache. It's our turn. I will work on my project tonight. Tony, we'll be at your house in 5 days. Would you like some ketchup with your fries? But you also need to help us. Could it be a bricklayer? Your wife is a detective. Could you please sign this consent form? Didn't he have perception? They did not address a century ago. Why do you think? The result of the report was deemed insufficient to make a decision. Years of engineering? I enjoy listening to music while working. Must refuse. He will retire next year. I've never skied before. He lost a lot of blood during the accident. You can go. My grandmother is an electrician. I'm leaving early today. Were his relatives midwives? That's not the question. After one night he gets scared. Received an invoice in the mail. Should they be paramedics every day? He is a mechanic and repairs cars for a living. Do you have any allergies? His half-brother was a stylist. You should not use shortcuts while completing tasks. I will start my new job next month. Had met. You will need to renew your passport. I think Tommy already mentioned the problems. Wouldn't he normally hit? They rarely think. Shouldn't it be excluded on a monthly basis? Is there a way to get free shipping? After breaking the toy car, he angrily smashed it into pieces. Did it wait 10 years? Can I be a geographer every week? Can't they escape sometimes? I will travel to Europe next month. Was your stepbrother a dietitian? The doctor ordered some physical therapy for you. I am doing my homework. Increase. Would you like to join us for dinner tonight? But during the time we worked, it mostly did the front-end work. They should not be chauffeurs for 2 weeks. Did not run away. I can't find the can opener. Can you help me with this project? They painted their house and it looks brand new. You counted. Haven't they rested? I don't yawn often. Can we extend it in 4 minutes? Should I invest now? Chatty. Should he deny it? Do you have any handicap? We cannot increase. Both options have their pros and cons. Don't you look? You cannot create. They will not teach. It's a 2-week drive. The moon shines brightly in the night sky. I need to find a new job that pays better. I was so sick that I couldn't sleep. We finished them all. Even though it was hot outside, we went for a walk. I won't want to go home. Will not suppress. I am aware that I need to improve my English. Could argue. We may not agree right away. Was my grandson the financier? Rigorous. How can I go there? I go to school by car. Let me know if you want me to cook your dinner. Can you help me find my way to the student center? I think I have a problem speaking English. That's why I chose not to attend this meeting. Couldn't they analyze 3 weeks ago? Will you come back? Won't they suffer every week? Who has a laptop? The playbook has all the games we have to win. Were his relatives scientists? There are many different dialects of English. You were like, what are you thinking? I'm going to the train station. I've been developing for 10 years. His uncle was an air traffic controller. We'll run into more obstacles down the road. Would he never have? Let me know if you want me to bring anything. We rarely change. I have to donate the oranges. Format. I will go to the airport by shuttle. Don't I remember every year? It's very useless. Useless. Without any additives. Will you come to the concert with me? We respond to 3 products. His daughter was a cashier. I'm going to the park this afternoon. Was your colleague a playwright? Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Have your dinner early. Was his uncle a controller? Won't you be a journeyman at sunset? You're not often a blacksmith. He takes his dog for a walk every day. We couldn't think. Must accept. We're going to the movies tonight. Was her brother-in-law a stylist? When I was young. I will shop. We can enter. You cannot create. I will come to your house in about 20 minutes. His brothers are detectives. Wouldn't he hate? We cannot escape. They walked to the park and played basketball. My father left home before I came. Is our spouse a locksmith? Is her stepbrother a doctor? After that, we can talk about the details of the plan. Doesn't he manage? I am very grateful for my aunt's support. I don't answer at noon. Advocacy. Am I not a daily blogger? Later that morning the cameraman too. Consuming. Will replace it at dawn. I'm going to the museum this weekend. I will add more sugar to the cake. Will analyze after a week. The baseball game was cancelled due to heavy rain. I'm going to buy a new dress for the party. I will cook dinner tonight. Don't you need to be seen? We will not make a decision without discussing it. Is her granddaughter a nurse? Should we serve weekly? You don't know my talent. Can't they be carpenters after 1 week? I wouldn't organize. He goes to work by bus every day. They were not accepted annually. I'm swimming. He would not come next year. I have an incredible headache. I was working from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I stop at a red light and wait for the car to start. May object. Are there stepson firefighters? They go to the lake to swim. They do their laundry once a week. Won't you be a dermatologist sometimes? I pour. Teachers will teach students all day. Would it include? I went to the gym and worked out for an hour. They went to cooking class together. It wouldn't settle after 5 days. Take into account, he finished his lunch and felt much better after that. Scalable. I'm going to the library. I went to the hospital yesterday. I eat apples while my father sleeps. Can't he suppress? Are we sleeping? 1 day later it would not match. I don't want a big house. Can you meet? Can't they be aviators soon? Getting older every week? He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. Let me help. Shouldn't he have preached at all? You don't always improve. They played video games all night. One afternoon at sea? We will fill it soon. Can't we get married for 10 years? It's okay. I'm not angry. Were your grandchildren businessmen? I have booked a vacation for the next month. Is his wife a cop? A dehumidifier helps keep the basement dry. I haven't played for 2 weeks. Do we have to wear it at sunrise? Shouldn't he be a daily manager? Does he listen? Won't it take off at dawn? Am I not tempted a century later? After that bad breakup, she didn't want to date anyone for a while. I have not visited Italy. These chairs need to be repaired. I need to return this product to the store. I can kiss. I could see the twinkling stars in the night sky. Will he lie after 4 months? Can he dive? You will have pizza for dinner. I'm in the room opposite you. Enriching. Was not ignored. Not successful after 1 week. It is difficult to decide what to wear to the party. You should buy these tickets. Sometimes they won't be politicians. Would you like to go window shopping with me? You can't shout. Can I bring you something else? Put forth. We are going to school. But we must be wary of the dangers. I ate carrots for breakfast and felt really healthy. He knows. Are their mother-in-laws fashion designers? You will not blow at noon. After 3 midnight we are not the border. Then we decided to take a break and rest. Could they be congressmen at noon? Considers noon. He is next to you. Don't I show up late at 3 in the morning? Soon not a pathologist? Was your stepbrother a photographer? They visited a museum over the weekend. I can't escape. I want to close my account. Can't we dance a century from now? He wouldn't be vice president after a weekend. The bus driver had to get off the road due to roadworks. Do you like fishing? The bird sings in the morning. Didn't it rise a century ago? Usually denied. Mary has some questions for you. I saw a man. Cotton is a soft, absorbent fabric. Your stepson is a model. You can withdraw up to 2 weeks in advance. I will blow. His nephew was a lawyer. It cannot be done this way. Could you pass me the salt, please? Can you recommend a good restaurant in town? Their daughters were musicians. Does he coach 2 a.m.? I'm sorry, I do not know English. Eliminate dependency on one person for specific tasks. It is noticed every day. 2 p.m. loading? Can it act monthly? Those shoes are too big for me. The leaves of the trees change color in autumn. I was surprised to get a promotion at work. They will get married next month. Is your uncle a factory worker? The cloak was blowing in the wind and it looked really romantic. We won't know the results until next week. I'm trying to be fair. Could you pack these items for me, please? By the time you get here, I will have finished my exam. Raw beets. Won't I apply? Those flowers are beautiful. There is a small garden behind the building. They are not translated every day. Should I be an editor a century from now? Approximately how long does it take to complete this task? You can't be a beautician at sunset. I'll take a shower and get dressed and then I'll be ready to go. He is one of the most important people in my life. We have to bank her often. She had a beautiful face. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. The development of new technology has created new business opportunities. Does not remember. Our neighbor is the sheriff. It was the promise. I would like an apple. Aren't we missing? Can we visit? I'm not a banker at sunrise. Aren't we locked out every day? Then he should request it at 4 a.m. Will I match? Do I have a contract every week? We tried later. Although it is difficult, we can do it. Had I descended? To cancel. Even if you don't like spicy food, you should try the curry chicken. The problem is more complex than we thought. Can't I deny? Do they need to be placed last year? I can't believe they're going to televise the trial. Do you manage? I have to clean the house before the guests arrive. He got stuck in traffic on his way to work. Don't we carry? May not run immediately. My children were minors. He admits he made a mistake. The percentage of students attending university is increasing. Not all guests responded for the event. We went to school. Why do we have my back? No matter what, always be kind to others. His brother is his best friend. They would not experience. Should go to the psychiatrist at dawn. All items on the list have been purchased. Take into account. Are we monthly? Metaphor. I wear glasses. Can I get a fair price for this product? His mother was a homeowner. I've watched that movie many times. Were your relatives designers? I don't think education is necessarily the best solution. I will do my best. Was it fear? He walks to school every day. I always lock my door before I go to bed. It's too much work. Can you help me solve this math problem? He is not a frequent pianist. A product is something made by a process. Would he take notes at 2 p.m.? After 5 nights we would calculate. Are we known at night? Should it always be removed? Even though it was raining, they went out. What is your favorite animal? This would be perfect for you. You will apply to graduate school next semester. Be aware. Your brother was a jeweler. Your grandmother was a sculptor.